Hello, it's your art escort here, and today, right now, we're going to be speaking about Frida Kahlo. I'm sure a lot of you know who Frida is. Frida was a Mexican artist that is probably the most famous Mexican female artist that existed. She was married to Diego Rivera and had a fairly passionate, intense, loving, but stressed relationship with him because he had bad behavior. He was a womanizer. This film is fantastic, and it has a Golden Globe Award, and this one's in English and Italian. It is 123 minutes, and it says the life, the loves, and the passion of the grand American artist Frida Kahlo, and it's played by SELMA HAYEK. And it talks about the complications and the length of the relationship with her husband and her mentor, Diego Rivera. It's in Italian, so I have to read it in Italian and then translate it. It talks about the controversy, the rapport with the Russian leader, Leon Trotsky, who ended up getting killed in Mexico. And has her complicated romance story with a woman. She also was bisexual. And it has the secrets of the revolution of her art and the sensuality and the politics. Anyway, I'll go off of trying to translate from Italian to English. Fabulous film. And Selma did a great job. And my understanding is Frida's extended family that was surviving, that had a chance to see this film, were very impressed with the accuracy and the authenticity of repeating her life. She was a woman that, it's funny, when I see these films about artists and I see these quirky little things that these artists do. Here's Sasa. Sasa, come here. Say ciao, Sasa. Whoop, whoop, blah, my glasses. Sasa just brought me a cappuccino. I'm a little cappuccino-aholic, So, one of the things I thought was interesting is that she showed up for her family photos. They were doing a family shoot, and she put on a suit like a man. She showed up for her family photos. Well, you know what? When I was 19, me and my girlfriend Denise, when we were in college, I don't know why, I just always had to experiment on the other side. I went and I bought me a suit, and I wore this pinstripe suit with a tie to college. I don't know what was in my mind, but it's part of that artist's voice, just having to get out there and push the limits and do things differently and don't just want that normal life. Well, that's the way she was. She was an amazing woman, had amazing potential, and then she was hit with tragedy. She was on a trolley bus, don't know exactly the right word, and some type of large vehicle, maybe a train. I can't remember. There was a train and a vehicle, and she was on the trolley car. That's probably what it's called. And the vehicle slammed into it, and a rod pierced through her body and punctured her, came in one side and out the other, if I remember correctly. And I think it actually punctured her uterus, which made having children nearly impossible. It mangled her legs, it hit her spine, just left her in a horrific state of disability and pain. Her family was rich. I think her father was German, her mother was Mexican, and they had this villa, down in Mexico. And then, let's see, what happened next? She then started, I think they bought her paints because she was in bed, she was bedridden. She often had a body cast, so they ended up at some point in time putting a mirror above her. She had the easel in front of her, and the only thing she could see to paint was herself. So she started painting an autobiographical series of works, probably one of the first artists with a documented autobiographical painted exhibition. I'm saying that wrong, but I think what I'm trying to say is, instead of writing an autobiographical book, she did an autobiographical art exhibition, and the art has her and all the emotions and all the feelings of all the things that she's gone through with life. Ciao. Hey, come here a second. I have a YouTube channel, and I'm talking about my video. Norma, this is beautiful Norma. Say ciao, Norma.
Hi.
Okay, so she can be on this. She goes, looks for the Frida. And how about you? You gonna come over here? Our husband's gonna be shy. All right. Well, I'm gonna go back. I'll tell you later. And then go look for the Frida interview, and you'll see you. Okay, bye. Cute outfit, by the way. Very cute. Oh, the men love it even more, girlfriend. Why not? Oh, she's a stitch, that one. Absolutely a stitch. Norma and her husband, I forget his name. Isn't that terrible? Shoot. Anyway, she's a real live wire, and they live here in Spoleto. Anyway, back to the video. Frida had a life of suffering and pain, got some drug addictions at some point in time, got involved with Diego Rivera's, who was a womanizer, but then brought her along, gave her worldwide opportunities. Oops, the sun's coming up. Worldwide opportunities to show her art, and it's just a fantastic movie, and it seems to be pretty darn correct and accurate on her life. And then in the very end, it has her on her deathbed, and the doctors had said, you can't leave the bed to go to your own exhibition. She said, well, I'm going to go. And they said, no, you can't. So what they did was they took her bed out of her house and carried her on her bed and brought her to her first exhibition in her country. Anyway, it's a fantastic movie, and, oops, the sun is coming up on this angle, isn't it? I recommend it, and there's so many things if you study her life. And when I get to the point that I move off of doing these movies and I start doing the videos on each artist's life, we will talk about the variables, because the trauma, the suffering, the pain comes across. She painted with a passion, with no intention to sell. It was what her spirit, her anima, her spirit had to do and say and come out. Anyway, she's an amazing woman, and we'll say that's about it for now. Ciao.